It's 2 a.m. You've been rocking your baby for 45 minutes. Your arms ache, your eyes burn, your back screams. The moment you try to put them down, their eyes snap open, and you're back to rocking. Again, you think, there has to be another way. There is, and it's not what you think. Before we begin, hear this. You are not failing. You're doing exactly what every well-meaning parent does. Rocking feels instinctive, natural, loving. And for newborns, it absolutely is. But here's what nobody tells you. Somewhere between 3 and 6 months, rocking stops being helpful and starts becoming a problem. Not because you're doing something wrong, but because you're accidentally teaching your baby that they need you to fall asleep. You didn't know. Nobody warned you when to stop. But you're about to learn the truth that pediatric sleep experts have known for decades. And once you understand it, everything changes. Let me paint you a picture. Your 4-month-old wakes up at midnight. You go in, pick her up, start rocking. She settles against your chest. Her breathing slows, her body goes limp. You think she's asleep. You tiptoe to the crib, lower her down slowly, so slowly. Her back touches the mattress. Her eyes fly open. She starts crying. You pick her up again, rock again. Wait longer this time. Try again. Same result. By the 4th attempt, you're exhausted, frustrated, and sleeping in the rocking chair with your baby on your chest. Sound familiar? Here's what's really happening. Every time you rock your baby to sleep, their brain creates an association. Movement equals sleep. Their developing nervous system learns, I can only fall asleep when I'm being rocked. This is called a sleep association or sleep prop, and it's not just about falling asleep initially. Here's the part most parents don't understand. We all wake up multiple times per night. Adults do it too. We shift positions, adjust the blanket, check the clock, then drift back to sleep, usually without even remembering. But babies who've learned they need rocking to fall asleep, every time they surface from a sleep cycle, every 45 to 90 minutes, their brain checks. Am I still being rocked? No? Panic. They cry. Not because something is wrong, but because the condition they learned they need to sleep is missing. So you rock them back to sleep, and the cycle continues all night, every night. You're not soothing them. You're reinforcing a dependency. In Japan, there's a concept called hitori neru. It means learning to sleep independently. Japanese parents understand something profound. A baby who can only fall asleep with help will always need help to fall asleep. So starting around 4 months, they begin teaching their babies a critical life skill, the ability to self-soothe, not through abandonment, not through letting them cry it out for hours, but through a gentle, gradual process that respects the baby's nervous system while building their capacity for independence. The Japanese approach is based on one simple principle. Your presence should be calming, not necessary. There's a difference, a huge difference. Let me explain the neuroscience. When a baby is rocked to sleep, their vestibular system, the balance and motion sensors in the inner ear, sends calming signals to the brain. This triggers the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest mode. Heart rate slows, breathing deepens, sleep comes. This is beautiful and natural for newborns. Their nervous systems are brand new. They need external regulation. But around 3 to 4 months, something shifts. The baby's brain starts developing the capacity for self-regulation. The prefrontal cortex begins to come online. They start being able to calm their own nervous system if we give them the chance to practice. When we continue rocking past this developmental window, we prevent that practice. We keep doing for them what their brain is ready to learn to do for itself. And here's the kicker. The longer we wait, the harder it becomes. Because every night of rocking strengthens that neural pathway. Movement equals sleep. By 6 months, it's deeply wired. By 9 months, it's a habit that takes serious effort to break. By 12 months, you have a toddler who cannot fall asleep without being rocked, bounced, or driven around the block in the car. Not because they can't, but because they never learned how. Let me tell you about Yuki, a mother in Osaka. Her 6-month-old son, Kenji, would only sleep if she rocked him for at least 30 minutes. Then she had to hold him for another 20 minutes to make sure he was deep asleep before attempting the crib transfer. Even then, he'd wake up 50% of the time and she'd start over. She was getting 2 to 3 hours of broken sleep per night. Her back was in constant pain. She'd started resenting bedtime, resenting her baby, then feeling guilty for the resentment. One day, her mother-in-law visited, watched the entire bedtime routine, then said something that changed everything. "Why are you working so hard to put him to sleep? He should be learning to put himself to sleep." Yuki was defensive. "He's just a baby. He needs me." Her mother-in-law said gently, "He needs you to be rested and healthy, and he needs to learn this skill. You're not helping him by doing it for him." You're stealing his opportunity to learn. That word, stealing, hit Yuki hard. She thought she was being a good mother by rocking him, but was she actually preventing him from developing independence? The next night, she tried something different. She followed a method her mother-in-law described, something between full cry it out and full intervention, something gentler, more responsive, but with clear boundaries. Here's what Yuki did, and here's what sleep experts recommend. Step 1. Create a consistent bedtime routine, 20 to 30 minutes. Bath, pajamas, feeding, but finish the feeding before the bedroom. Dim lights, quiet song or book. This signals to the baby's brain, sleep is coming soon. It allows the nervous system to gradually downshift. Step 2, put baby in crib drowsy, but awake. This is the game changer. This is what most parents never do. After the routine, while the baby is calm but still awake, you place them in the crib. Not asleep, not even almost asleep. Awake. This feels terrifying to parents. They'll just cry. Maybe, but here's what you do. Step 3, stay close with quiet presence. You don't leave, you sit beside the crib, you place your hand gently on their chest or belly, you make soft shushing sounds, you stay calm. Your presence says, I'm here, you're safe, but I'm not doing the sleeping for you. Your baby will likely fuss, maybe cry. This is normal. This is them practicing a new skill. They're not in danger. They're not abandoned. You're right there. But you're not picking them up. You're not rocking. You're not nursing or feeding them back to sleep. You're giving them the space to figure it out. Step 4, gradually reduce your involvement. Night 1 to 2, hand on chest, shushing, right beside the crib. Night 3 to 4, hand on chest occasionally, less shushing, still close. Night 5 to 6, sitting beside crib, no touch, just your presence. Night 7 to 8, sitting a few feet away. Night 9 to 10, sitting by the door. By week 2, most babies can fall asleep with you just outside the room. By week 3, they can fall asleep independently. The first night was hard. Kenji cried, not screaming, more like protesting. He was confused. Why isn't mom picking me up? Yuki sat beside his crib, hand on his chest, tears streaming down her own face. She almost gave in, almost picked him up, but she remembered what her mother-in-law said. He needs to learn this. You're not abandoning him. You're teaching him. After 15 minutes, 15 long, difficult minutes, Kenji's crying softened to whimpering, then to quiet fussing. Then his eyes started drooping. At 22 minutes after she put him down, he was asleep, in the crib, by himself. Yuki sat there, stunned. He did it. He woke up once that night. She went in, placed her hand on his chest, shushed softly. He fussed for 8 minutes and fell back asleep. Night 2, 11 minutes to fall asleep initially. 1 wake up, 5 minutes to resettle. Night 4, 7 minutes. No wake-ups until 5 a.m. By the end of week 1, Kenji was falling asleep in under 5 minutes, sleeping 6 to 8 hour stretches. Yuki couldn't believe it. She told me, I thought I was being a loving mother by rocking him, but I was actually making both of us miserable. He just needed the chance to learn, and once I gave him that chance, he learned in less than a week. This method works because it addresses both the baby's needs and their development. The baby's nervous system needs safety, connection, reassurance that they're not alone. Your presence provides all of that. You're there. They can hear you breathing. They can feel your hand. They know they're not abandoned. The baby's brain needs the opportunity to practice self-regulation, to learn that they can calm their own body, to build the neural pathways that say, I can do this myself. Your non-intervention provides that. By not rocking, you're creating space for their own regulatory system to activate. It's the perfect balance, present but not rescuing, close but not doing it for them. This is very different from traditional cry-it-out methods, where parents leave the room entirely. That can feel like abandonment to a baby. Their nervous system goes into panic mode. Cortisol floods their system. But it's also different from rocking to sleep, where the parent does all the work and the baby never learns. Quiet presence is the middle path, the gentle path, the respectful path. Won't they feel abandoned? No, you're right there. They can see you, hear you, sometimes feel your touch. Abandonment is when a caregiver is absent and unresponsive. You're present and responsive, just not doing the sleeping for them. What if they cry for more than 20 minutes? That's okay, you're still there. You can increase your support slightly, more touch, more shushing, without picking them up. Most babies, if they're truly tired and not hungry or in pain, will fall asleep within 30 minutes. What if they're hungry? If your baby is under 6 months and still needs night feeds, feed them. but put them back in the crib awake after feeding. Don't rock them to sleep after eating. What age should I start this? Most experts recommend starting between 4 and 6 months, when babies are developmentally ready to learn self-soothing. Before 4 months, rock away. Their nervous systems still need that external regulation. Here's what most parents experience. Week 1, hard, lots of crying, theirs and yours. But you start seeing small improvements by night 3 to 4. Week 2, major breakthroughs. Baby falls asleep faster, wakes less. You start feeling human again. Week 3, the new normal. Baby goes down awake, falls asleep within minutes, sleeps longer stretches. You've reclaimed your evenings and your sanity. After 3 weeks, the old pattern is broken, the new skill is established, and both of you are sleeping. Let's talk about what's happening neurologically. Sleep is a skill, just like walking or talking. It requires practice. When we do it for them, by rocking, nursing, or bouncing them to sleep, they never get that practice. But when we create the conditions for them to practice, safe environment, our calming presence, consistent routine, their brain builds the pathways for self-soothing. The prefrontal cortex learns to regulate the amygdala. The parasympathetic nervous system learns to activate without external motion. This isn't cruel. This is development. This is teaching them one of the most valuable skills they'll ever learn: the ability to calm their own body and mind. And the earlier you teach it, the easier it is, because you're working with their brain's natural developmental timeline, not against it. So here's what I need you to hear. You are not a bad parent for rocking your baby. You did what felt natural and loving. But now you know there's another way, a way that respects your baby's growing capacity for independence while still providing comfort and security. Starting tonight, you can make a change. Create your bedtime routine. Put your baby down awake. Sit beside them. Be their calm, quiet presence. Let them learn. It will be hard for a few nights. You'll question yourself. You'll want to give in. Don't. Your baby is capable of this. They just need the chance to prove it. And 1 week from now, maybe sooner, you'll put your baby in their crib, sit beside them for a few minutes, and watch them drift off to sleep on their own. No rocking, no crying, just peaceful, independent sleep. That moment will take your breath away. Because you'll realize you didn't break them by not rocking. You gave them a gift. The gift of self-reliance, the gift of peaceful sleep, the gift of a skill they'll use for the rest of their lives. You've got this. Stop rocking. Start teaching. And when your baby falls asleep on their own for the first time, come back and tell me. I'll be here. Now go give your baby and yourself the gift of sleep.